Safety alert tonight in Fort Lauderdale. A suspected flasher arrested for exposing himself to a teenage girl who was on her way to school. And local 10's Terrell Forney live now in Fort Lauderdale with the disturbing details. Terrell.
And Calvin, this isn't the first run-in with the law for this accused criminal. In fact, he was already out on bond for a different accusation. But tonight, he is back here in jail on a new charge. Travis Davis is the man who was under arrest yet again. This time he's accused of targeting a girl who was simply walking to school in this Fort Lauderdale neighborhood. It was early Monday morning when that 16-year-old victim says she encountered the man at Northwest 20th Street and 21st Avenue. A silver Dodge Charger pulled up in front of her. A police report says the driver rolled the passenger window down and she observed his blue basketball shorts down around his thighs, exposing his genitals. The man, now identified as Davis, was allegedly performing a lewd act. Words were exchanged, and as the teen pulled out her phone, the car sped away. Nearly 2 years ago, Davis was first arrested and hauled into court after being accused of lewd and lascivious behavior towards multiple kids, some as young as 13. Investigators say the repeat offender exposed and touched himself near schools in Lauderhill and Fort Lauderdale. However, at some point, the now 32-year-old man was released from jail ahead of his trial, but was fitted with an ankle monitoring device. Fast forward to the crime this past Monday, detectives note the tracking info from the ankle monitor places Travis at the location of the incident at the time. Police used surveillance techniques in the hours after, all based on a detailed description from the 16-year-old girl in the latest case. And officers observed Travis circle around multiple schools in the northwest corridor of the city. It was enough to revoke the man's bond and arrest him on a new indecent exposure charge. And police say Davis refused to speak with their investigators, declining to talk with them and invoking his right to an attorney. In the meantime, the young victim, that 16-year-old girl, she was not injured in this case. Davis remains here in jail on that newest felony charge, being held without bond. We are live in Fort Lauderdale tonight. Terrell Forney, Local 10.
So you mean to tell me that this is the second time this nigga right here exposed himself to minors? Now, before I say what I'm going to say real quick, let me just look this nigga up real quick. So this is what he's been charged with right here. So I'm scrolling down right now, and look at this. This nigga right here has been going in and out of jail. Like, this nigga's a jailbird. Like, look at this. Good Lord, boy. How old was he when he was in this one? He was 18 years old. What's the second one? He was 20 years old. So you mean to tell me that this is the second time this nigga right here has been going, has exposed himself to teenagers? This is what I was talking about 4 or 5 days ago, man, in one of my videos about these pedophiles. They is going too soft on these pedophiles, man. They letting these guys off the hook. They keep giving these pedophiles a slap on the wrist. This is what I'm talking about, man. They need to send these guys along with the other immigrants, send them to a different state or whatever, send them to a different prison somewhere in a different country, like you're doing all the other people that shipped them out of America. Y'all need to do the same thing to these pedophiles, man. These pedophiles ain't learning. This is what I was talking about, man. They ain't going hard enough on these pedophiles, man. This is the second time this nigga right here did this to a minor, exposing himself. And this nigga's still being hard-headed. Still being hard-headed. And what y'all do? Y'all put like a little monitor brace around his ankle, like that was gonna work. Y'all see that shit don't work on these pedophiles. These pedophiles have an obsession over children. And y'all keep going soft on these guys when y'all really should be going hard on these pedophiles. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, these pedophiles out here, man, I told y'all, they some sneaky ass little bastards, man. They know the system ain't gonna get on them all that hard. They be like, oh, I'll do 3 years. Oh, I'll do 7 years. Oh, I'll do 8 years. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? 7 or 8 years or 5 years in prison. It don't work on these dudes, man. Y'all just ain't going hard enough on these guys, man. You let these pedophiles. This is exactly the reason why these pedophiles continue to do the things that they do, because y'all don't go hard enough on these guys. Y'all just give these pedophiles a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It really is, people. I'm just very disgusted of this. This ain't the first time this nigga did this shit. This the second time this nigga did this and went right back doing the same shit again. And what, you pull up beside a teenager? What, nigga, you 32 years old, nigga? What, you can't get a woman in your age, nigga? God damn, boy. The government gotta do something about these pedophiles, man. Get rid of these guys, man. These guys, man, these pedophiles are just sneaky bastards, man. They all sneaky. They don't give a fuck. And you know what? If they want to show that they don't give a fuck, then the system needs to show that they don't give a fuck. Come on, government. Y'all gotta start dropping y'all's nuts on these pedophiles. Cause these pedophiles out here, they're not learning. Nothing's getting to these guys. Nothing's getting to these guys. Nothing's teaching these guys a lesson. These guys don't mind they go to prison for 2 or 3 years or 5 or 6 or 7 years. That ain't good enough for them. Y'all need to give them life in prison. Give these guys the death penalty. Stop being so merciful to these pedophiles out there. It's just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting. And they're gonna continue on keep doing this until the government decide to step their game up and go harder on these guys, be more stricter with these guys. But until then, they're gonna continue right on being creeps. I'm just shaking my head, man. I'm just disgusted and disappointed in the system by letting these guys off so easily. Not only that it pisses me off, it pisses a lot of other people off too. Like drug dealers. Drug dealers, they get way more time than these pedophiles, and that pissed them off. That drug dealers and other people that done way worse crimes, they get way more time than these pedophiles do. And that pisses off a lot of people. That does. Don't make no sense in this. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, man. Peace, y'all.